Hello everyone, cncHD here. Welcome to more map building. What a day today. My god, I'm dead inside my head. I hope everyone had a great day today. My day was absolutely shit today. But I'm trying to make it better. But yeah. Today we will focus more on map building. And oh dear, is it hard to find a picture of a naval base on Google with good quality. I mean, for obvious reasons, but damn, it's difficult. I'm having trouble finding a good base on Google Pictures. And so I need to let my imagination run the process here in building that naval base. If you remember from yesterday, we were at this naval base position. We worked on the bottom part with the hovercraft, and I made this terrain impassable. We put in a few sandbags and chain link fences to show the players that this terrain is not passable. And yeah, so we will continue on this today. What I would like to do is I would like to copy over this to the top, because if I don't do this now, I will have difficulties doing this later. So since this is a symmetrical map, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gaps in here with the ships inside, and this one is on the second row from the left. So we will build on the other part of the map, on the second row of the right, the dock for the hovercraft. Now we need to figure out what the size is of this platform here, this plateau. For this I will use an area. Okay, it is this size. Man, my head is completely melted today. I cannot make a clear thought today. It is impossible. My head is dead. My thinking is not possible today. Hey, Dubuya J, welcome on YouTube. Hey, can we put dirt at the map edges instead of water? No. Nope. Not yet. I'm still thinking. It is just a it's just a rough layout of the map. There is still more coming, but at the moment, no. Still thinking of how I built this whole mess. At the moment, you only have a rough draft. I have not exactly made my mind up what I'm going for here. And let's continue to build a mirrored landing spot for the hovercraft. So the hovercraft will be here. Hey, Heiko Magic! How is it going for you? Hope everything is okay at your place. Okay, I think this position should be good. Like I said, we are taking the second from the right. Okay, exactly a second to the left. Okay. Let's bring the ship over to the left. It's a bit in the way, and it was at coordinates 2211. 4222. Okay, 4222. So there we go. And here in this area we'll put in the landing position for the hovercraft. Okay, this was at the height of 9.38. Hey, Vian! Welcome. Like I said, Dubuya J, I have not made up my mind yet. No Heiko Magic. Aircraft carrier. There's absolutely no space for an aircraft carrier. Not at the moment. I still need to finish the rough draft of this map version. But at the moment I don't see a position, a realistic position for an aircraft carrier, as they are big. They are super big. Okay, here we go with the plateau. I have the area here, so we know exactly how big this is going to be. So we go with this. And to the top, we need to reduce the brush feather width to 1. Did you ever play the BattleTech mod for this, the Capellian solution? No, actually no, never did. I'm not really the guy for mods. I also never heard of it, to be honest. There are some fun mods out there, don't get me wrong, like Shockwave, Contra. There are some really fun mods out there. I'm just not really that mod guy. Okay, of course, the water area is always bugging into my view. Okay, let's remove this wall. Remove this whole crap here. Remove this. Yeah, Shockwave and Contra are crazy mods. Absolutely. Also crazy hard. I played the Generals Challenge on Contra and on Shockwave, and I think Contra is like overkilling it with a few generals. Alright, ramp. Correct, the ramp. Do we need a ramp? I mean, this is some sort of a ramp already. 90. Oh, okay, that's way too big. 60. 40. 50. 50. We will go with 50. Let's use the exact middle and place this in. Boom. Ramp. We have a ramp. Okay, now we need the same texture as above. So this one right here. We put this in. Of course, my cat is laying with its paw on my keyboard again, like it should be. Paint this in. Dip, 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 dip. And yeah, as I mentioned, this is nowhere near finished. This is just a rough draft. So this is not nearly as finished as it should be. There can be drastic changes here. Actually, I think we can paint this over here. There's this line, this small line here. We can paint this over, which will make it look smoother, like this. This removes this sand line, makes it disappear. I have a few thoughts in my mind what I'm going to do. It is Contra music, by the way, for those who don't know. Put this music from Contra. Put it into my playlist because I like it. Okay, we paint over here and do. Now this sand line is gone. We will do the same thing on the opposite side of the map. Yes, we are facing the same issue here with the sandy line. So let's draw this over here to the top. Is there any chance you will continue with the Project Zomboid series? It's realistic. I mean, it's a great game, and the patch 42 is coming out hopefully soon. So chances are high that I'm going to continue with the Project Zomboid series. Yeah, chances are very high at the moment. But first I want to concentrate on the map building. as I think map building is a fun part of the game, and I have underappreciated it a lot in the past. So let's focus on this also. So we put in a few stripes here. Cat, please don't lay on the keyboard. Doesn't help when I'm playing here with shortcuts and you have your fur on my keys. Hey, Nazi, welcome. Welcome to the show of building a 50k map. So let's put in these stripes, like so, and like so. Edge them out. Looks smooth. And yeah, let's put in the hovercraft. So we have this one mirrored. On a mirrored map, you need to mirror one by one, otherwise you will forget simple parts of the mirror. So that's why I'm mirroring it over now. You are in 90 degrees? Yeah. You are not enabled, you are not selectable. Okay, you go there. Cat doesn't help when your paw is on the button. You go there and you go there. Oh, I think I moved something. Yeah, I moved something. Okay. Now the Crusaders. For America. America Crusader. There we go. For civilian. Yes, Cat. Just roll around. Just keep on rolling. And you be placed here. Cat! Yeah, don't bite me. I'm also not happy that you are laying on my keyboard. 90 degrees. And you have the same thing as your brothers and sisters. You're not selectable, not enabled. And you're indestructible. Correct, that was a thing. Indestructible. Okay, copy. Copy and copy. Alright. And now we need a brick wall. So these two parts. First a brick wall. You don't lay on the keyboard, Cat. What is with this cat always laying on the keyboard? Okay, there's the fence. Now we need a brick wall. Where is the brick wall? There. There? Yeah. Okay. Cat, seriously, cat. Yeah, don't bite me. You don't also have to hiss at me. Okay, he's gone now. I love cats. I really do. But if they lay on my keyboard, I cannot build maps. When the paw is laying on the spacebar and the CTRL key and the shift key and the enter key. Cannot build. Okay, where was I? At the brick wall. I wanted to build a wall. 90 degrees. Let's disable the lock angle and bring this thing here to the crate. Yeah, like this. This is only something I, as the map creator, can see. A player will not notice this gap. Did I put the wall on the other side a bit down? I don't think I did. think I left it as it is. Or did I erase it? It's -1. And defense is -9. Yeah, -1. If the map is 5k, I advise you put 2 units, for example, Gatling and distribution money boxes in the map with a value of 500. This gives a strong challenge in this map. It's a 50k map for the free versus free 50k player community. I'm not a 50k player, so I tried to study the Twilight Flame map as good as I am possible to do. And Twilight Flame doesn't have a cache crate in there. So we'll try to stick on this without any cache crate for now, but if I'm getting feedback from the 50k player community that this would be cool to have, then of course I can put it in. But for now I need to wait for General Sahel's feedback and his clan to see if the map is any good. If General Sahel says the map is not good, then I need to rework it anyway. It all depends on his feedback, as he is a player with knowledge of this type of style, which I'm not, of course. So let's first build it, send it over to General Sahel, get his feedback on the map, hopefully some positive feedback, and yeah. Then everything can be worked on from there. Let's make this 0.75. Oh, this is way too much. I don't like this sticky part, but I think sometimes walls have sticky parts to it. -0.5. It's not helping it. -1. -1.5. -0.5. I think that's the best I can do. So let's go with this. Paste it over to here. See if it works. It works. Yeah, I think this is the best I can do here with the wall piece. And now let's copy this. But first we put in a chain link fence. Rotate it a bit by 90 degrees. And place it here. Now bring it down. And we are good to go. Okay, copy. Copy, paste. Of course I'm moving the wall piece, not the fence. Now I'm moving the fence. Okay, put it here. Copy this one. Okay, this works. Copying parts which are sunk into the ground, which they are here, it's always a pain to do. Always so hard and difficult. Okay, now this has worked. We bring in the wall to the left so it matches with the chain link fence. Now where's the wall piece? Where's the wall piece? Okay, I think we are good. Let me quickly drink something. Okay. And now let's move this whole thing to the right. Copy, paste, and move. problem here is that I need to rotate it. And then the fans will not be matching anymore. We try it. So minus 90. See if this works. The chaining fence is now behind the wall, which I of course don't want. I think this is the wall part. Now it will get difficult. This is a wall part. This is not the. This is a wall part. This is a wall part, and this is a wall part. And now we move this a tiny little bit. So it does match. It should match the container there of the wall. Like this. And now we move the chain link fence behind this. And then we need to move the hovercraft to the left. Okay, so something like this. Yeah, exactly. Now let's move the hovercraft. A bit to the left. Move this to the left. And this a bit to the right. So it's not as sticky as it is at the moment. Okay. Now save. Saving, always very important. Always save. And now we bring over the sandbag walls, which we have done here. And then we have copied the whole thing. So we did it like so. Okay, I remember now how I did it. And we bring the whole sandbag wall stuff over here. So that is here. Need a corner part, an end part, I mean. Like so. Bring this 2 down. 1 down. Okay. Copy. And copy. And now the other end part. Can tanks be used or just inanimate? They are just decoration. I have disabled them in the world builder. So if I take a look here, there's the indestructible, AI recruitable and powered on, but it's not selectable. If I check this, you can select it in game, but I have disabled it. I also unchecked enabled. So with this, you cannot select the Crusader in game. You can also not disguise your bomb truck as a Crusader, as you cannot click on it. So it's just for decoration purposes. Now to the chain link fence. To put this one in here. I need the chain link fence. Not this one, not this one, this one. This one goes here. Bring it down a bit. So only the part there on top sticks out. Like so. And now we have mirrored this over. Now let's make this terrain impassable. So players cannot go over here and play around with the island. Something I don't want. Alright. Now we can focus more on the decoration. Now that this is done correctly. We go back to the bottom as we were working on here before first. And And we have the lamps here. I already mirrored them over to the other part of the map. We had the cranes. I remember now. We had the cranes. There's a crane. So I like this part where the crane is over the boat. We will do the same thing. Crane, crane, crane. There's the crane. We will do the same thing here for the right. So not here because no boat can dock here. But we will put something here. For this purpose I will mirror this over to the left. So let's copy this, which will be a bit difficult because I'm moving the wall piece and not the crane. Now I have the crane enabled. Let's bring this thingy over here. Hey, firearm! Welcome, welcome, firearm. Okay. So in theory, a boat can dock here if it wants to. The thing is, I don't want to have too many cranes here, as this will look stupid. We'll only have a few cranes. I would obviously need a crane here on the right, otherwise it makes no sense to have them here on the left. So let's move a crane here to the right. Something like this. Question is, do I put it also on the sticking out bridge wall piece? Don't want to have it symmetrical. I want it a bit messy. This one will be here. This one sticks here. Like so. Need to have it a bit more down. Yeah, like this. We have a crane here, a crane there, and we leave it at that, as that. And I don't like the crane here on the left, it looks so stupid. So let's remove this part. And now we work with the cranes on the top. Here on the top, we will have a crane here at the wall. Like so. With a 90 degree, I think it needs to be minus 90. Yeah, minus 90. So it's showing to the ship. And I want this part on the right. So here. Maybe put this a bit into the middle? Yeah, like so. Let's do it like so. Let's stick into the ground. Yes, it's touching the ground. And I want one on the right. So here. Rotate this a bit. Like so. Okay. Question is, do we have more cranes on the top? I think one more on the left shouldn't hurt. So let's move one more here to the left, into the middle. Like so. Okay, now we have successfully put in the cranes. Next, I need to figure out how I decorate the sandy part here. We can look at what GLA Mission 3 did, but I don't think they did a great job on it. It looks boring. They have a rail, which I like, but I'm not so sure about the rail at the moment. So they made it very easy here with the concrete. This part I like with the buildings and the little airport. So this looks cool also here with the beach. This looks cool. But I would imagine more of a road here. Like I said, it's really difficult to find a USA naval base for obvious reasons. So if I take a look here, it's difficult to find a picture, a good picture. Somewhere where I can scroll in. I'm having difficulties here. So it's only showing you this frame, but not actually a picture. Maybe we go with US naval base. We say a big one. Can I make it a big one? No, it's really difficult. Now these are all small pictures and they're not very detailed. I cannot really... Yeah, it's just a small picture. Cannot really scroll in. This one also very small. This one is very small. Yeah, you cannot scroll in there, no chance. Navigation system. Yeah, these are all small pictures. There's no big picture of a US naval base. Like I said, for obvious reasons. But yeah, you cannot scroll in. You can try Google Maps. If we try Google Maps, 1 second. I hope the FBI is not standing in front of my doorstep tomorrow. Because I'm searching USA naval bases. US naval base. Google Maps. I mean, that would be amazing if we can scroll into a US naval base. But I cannot imagine that this should work. I would be surprised if it works. So where could there be a US naval base if I enable Google Earth? I don't think there is a US naval base to look for. There's just beach. Beach, beach, beach. There's no US naval base here. Just an Atlantic beach. No military docks sticking out of that beach. I mean, it would be amazing if there would be a military dock. Of course, there is none. I mean, just one US naval base would help me. But it's hard to find one here on this big continent. Yeah, not possible to search up a US naval base here. Try Kitsap and Kitsap naval base. You can zoom in on Google Earth. Kitsap naval base. Kitsap naval base. This one? Oh yeah, there we go. Hey, thanks for the tip, Vian. That is a banger. Okay, can we put the little guy here? No, we can't. Can you go here somewhere? No. And yeah, this is a naval base. Nice, thank you. This helped a lot. No, we cannot put this guy here. He does not want to be put here. Oh, we can at least scroll in. Get a little picture of it. So there are roads. There are also a few docks here in different directions. There is naval base Kitsap Bremerton. This is Bangor base. Naval base Kitsap Bremerton. I think that's the one. Bangor base. Yeah, I think that should be it. Isn't it? I think that is the naval base. I mean, it already gives me a good picture. So that is good. Banger base. So yeah, we can see roads here. We can see a parking lot. We can see the arrows. Show direction where all the cars are going. So it gives me a nice picture on how this looks. So a lot of cars here. There's a big building. I want this to be as realistic as possible on my map. I have here a lot of parking lots. There is more stuff here. So yeah, lots of parking lots. But yeah, there is actually a lot of road going on in the naval base. With all these arrows and parking lots. So yeah, that helps me a lot. With the inspiration. That helps me really a lot. So with that knowledge in mind, we can now go here to our naval base, which is not this part, but this part. And here we can use a concrete texture. So this one. And we use the log angle tool and we draw this thing here. What we could do is, I'm coming up with a few ideas. This Google picture really helped. Maybe if we do it like that. 1 second. Where is my picture? So this is also an island. Like this. It's connected with a road. What I could do is I'm doing a bit more water. Thing is, I want a player here. There should be a second and a third player here, so I should put too much water in here. But let's brainstorm a bit with the water. So if I use the water here now, go with 0. To brainstorm a bit without the log angle. So let's say this is the naval base. And hello cat. We say we have our cat. Not in front of the monitor, please. I don't see a thing. So we have the water here. I'm just brainstorming. And here we have money. So here's money. Let's put the supply crate here to remember that there should be money here. Supply. A dock. So maybe 2 docks. So here are 2 docks. It's enough space for 2 players to share. And we have this little water area here. Should be very, very narrow and sticky. How do you say it? I think narrow is the correct word. To show that this is a naval base. And here we have actual land. So this is all concrete. This is the naval base. And we have water going here. So here would be water. Again, this is still brainstorming. Can change at any point. We have water. This is still the naval base. And now I need to be careful with the pathway, because otherwise this map will be a bunker fest. And I don't want to have a bunker fest. We need to have big entry points. So, for example, this is too narrow. You can easily bunker here, which is not great. Also, we need a third player here. It will be difficult with all that water here. So we need to remove this water. 30. Let's remove all of this. Now this is way better. And we would have water going up here on the left as well. So let's go to 0 height again for the water, for the river. Like so. Lock angle is such a nice tool, by the way. Can make so great many things with this. So we do it like this. Get a bit more smooth here. No, I think this looks cool. And here we could say 2 players are sharing this platform. Or 3 players. Maybe you can stick 3 players here. And then we have the water, the supply, going here and here. Here and here. And now this is actual land. So there's land, and the bottom is the naval base. Let's make this bigger here, so we don't have a bunker map. 30. Make this bigger. Yeah, like this. So it's mirrored. There we have the little water part. Now this would mean we only have 1 entrance. But I want more entrances. Now what I could do is I make a little pathway in here. This way it's not a bunker map. Okay, still looking good. As this is a naval base, we will have to put in lots of concrete here. So let's make 40 feet and paint this whole thing concrete. Okay. It's all concrete. Here we go. The left and the right are beach type. This is actual beach. Question is, how do we get over here without making it too bunker-inish? A bridge is never a good idea. Bridges tend to bug. So we need to make it, as much as I hate it, as I like bridges, but for the gameplay, bridges are not great. So let's make it 15 and make little pathway here. Like so. As much as I hate it. It's still bunker-inish. You can still bunker very tight here, which I do not like, so we need to make it bigger. Now this will be much harder to bunker, which should be like so, and we make the same thing here. Like so, and like so, and like so. This big pathway. You need like 2 or 3 bunkers to bunker yourself in here. You would place down a bunker. Yeah, I think 2 bunkers to cover this flank. It's still enough room for the players to break through here without difficulties. So I think this is alright. With a bridge, players would have massive issues getting through, which would decrease the likability of this map. And I want the players to like this map. Okay, I think this is a great idea. This gives it a really good feeling of a naval base if it's all concrete. Now here we will use pipes for the connections. We use a pipe here. Actually, I would like to have this look like a water bridge. Can we do it with a pipe? That is the question. We go here to man-made and we search up the pipe. Pump pipe. Where's the pipe? I had a pipe yesterday. Now I can't find the pipe anymore. Picket fence. No, I want the pipe. Drain pipe. There we go. Disable the lock angle. Now how would this look like? We make it like so. No, this looks stupid. It obviously has to be something like this. Maybe two pipes next to each other. Like this. And if we make all of this concrete as well, then this gives it a bridge feeling. Let's try it. So this way it has a bridge feeling. Now we copy this whole part over to the right. Rotate it. That's the rotate button. Yeah. Hey, K9 Owen. No idea how to pronounce the name, I'm sorry. I'm building a 50k 3 versus 3 map. And thank you for the raid. Hey, much thanks for the raid, man. Fabis Quest raiding. Thank you, much appreciated. Hope you had a great stream. Everything went great for your stream. Much appreciated. And yeah. So I am building a 50k map. There's a community in 0 Hour with 50k players. They play with 50k starting cash. And this is going to be a new map for it. I'm currently building a naval base. This is supposed to be a naval base. Same thing on the top, and we have a beach type map here in between. Ah, super Fabis Quest. Das klingt mega geil. Und CNC Combined Arms. Muss ich mir mal angucken, Fabis Quest. Ich speichere mir mal deinen Stream ab und ich check mir das mal nachher aus. Schau ich mir mal nachher an. Dank dir auf jeden Fall für den Raid. Vielen Dank. Und dank dir, Ico Magic, für das Abo. Vielen Dank. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Okay, we're back to the naval base. I of course need to take this wall dock piece and I now need to move it around here. So let's move this around as best as possible. Now the edgy part will be difficult. Okay. Schaue ich mir auf jeden Fall später mal an, Fabis Quest. Hört sich sehr spannend an. Hoffe auf jeden Fall, dass du einen coolen Stream hattest. Danke nochmal für den Raid, Mann. I think this needs a bit more enlargement. So let's make this a bit bigger. The size of 3. Lock angle and 2. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong size. Let's go down to 0 and paint this. Okay, that's way too big. Paint this like so. And now we need to find a corner piece for such a small corner. Okay, this will be really difficult. Finding the correct corner spot here. I think we need to work without the log angle tool. Rotate this like so. Now if we have it like so, this will actually work. Issue is that we don't have a corner part here. There's no corner piece. So how do I fill this corner? I have no idea yet how to exactly do this corner part. Hey, thank you for the shout out, Fabi's Quest. Thank you very much, man. So what corners do we have? We have this corner, but this corner doesn't really fit in. It is going to look like this. Ah, okay, now we are getting closer. It will look stupid, but if we decorate it the correct way, it will not look stupid anymore. So let's see. We move this part over here. This will look like so. I mean, so from the top looking, this looks stupid. But we can still decorate with it. So we will leave this in like so. It covers the blank spot, the corner blank spot. It covers it. We will deal with this later. We can also... I have an idea. Okay, let's see how this idea works. We copy this part. We rotate it by 90 degrees. Let's actually make this 145. Something around we can work with. And now this is minus 190. Yeah, this is not working. So this should work. This is minus 125. And now we bring this down a bit. Oh man, wow, this is a tough job. It's really tough. And now we copy this over here. We rotate this part to make this a square. I think this will look much cleaner with a square part. Yeah, like so. And now let's copy this over here. Rotate it. Rotate. But this is not 34, but 30. Okay, no, actually 35. 35 works, and this will be 55. Which will make it aligned with each other. Yeah, now we have a square. I don't think this looks bad anymore. This looks okay. Yeah, I'm liking this. This actually covers the edge really well. Now we can play around here with the corner again. Let's bring this over here to the left. Continue with the docks. Ah, this will be a great naval base. I'm really excited for this naval base to see it in full action. This will be super cool stuff. Like this. Copy this whole thing to the left. Okay, and this one to the left. This one will be tricky again. Okay, here we can see it's blending through. I think we can fix this by adjusting the height. So it's not minus 16, but actually minus... Or we play around here with the height of the level. So let's make this 1 and 1. And this is 30. Yeah, there we go. This way we can play around here with it. And this will fix the clipping through. So it's not clipping through anymore. This will fix it. Do this here as well. Oh, not there. Undo. Okay. Yeah, this should work. Okay, and now let's remove this whole part again. Also, thank you very much for the heart spam on YouTube. Whoever is doing it, I appreciate a lot for the heart spam. Thank you, man. Okay, that was too much of a race. Undo this. Hey, der Hein! Chatting for the first time. Thank you. Dank dir. Vielen, vielen Dank. Okay, now this should look great. There still is one part sticking out here, which I really do not like. We can fix it by minus 15.5. No, other direction 14.5. No, okay, I'm making it worse. Minus 16. I'm making it worse. Let's just let this be how it is. Bring this whole thing over here. And here for the corner part, we need to move the sidewalk all around that corner. Not with a broad curve, but with an angled curve. And the music stopped again, of course. Okay, and now we bring this over here. For the top, I'm thinking of a cannon standing on the top, ready to shoot. Because you can actually build a cannon. Or a flag. You can build a flag. Or maybe a radar tower. A radar tower would also be cool on this edge part. This is the wrong direction of the sidewalk, by the way. Sticking into the wrong direction. Also, this is sticking into the wrong direction. What did I do here? This is the wrong direction. This whole sidewalk is the wrong direction. This is the right direction. This one is the wrong direction. What? This is correct. Let's stick with it. It's okay, I guess. Yeah, let's just roll with it. Whatever. But normally the sidewalk should show into the other direction. It is whatever. Let's not care about it. Okay. Now let's bring this to the bottom. Alright. And this looks great. Here's the bridge. Now here will be tropical island. This is all tropical here. Players can build their supply docks here. They can expand. They can have their little base. They love bases. They do. They want to have secret bases there. This part will be easy. Just have the part here. Will be much easier than the other corner part. Actually, I need to have this at -16, I believe. -16. Yes. So it is touching the other part. This needs to touch the other part, and now we need to bring this whole area with the lock angle tool at height 30 a bit more up. Like so. And here we put in a corner part. There's one corner piece here actually. There. Use this corner piece. And we place this corner piece here with a rotation of 45. Then it sticks in perfectly without lock angle. Now we bring this down by -16. And we align this with the other part. Now this is not a perfect rotation because my bridge is not in the perfect rotation. We need to play around with this. We will try this. And align this here with the corner piece. And this will make it look good. Yeah, I can work with this. This is looking great. And now for this part, we will end the bridge here. This will end here. Or we continue it by 1 because of the drain pipe. We need to keep in mind there is a drain pipe. So this one right there. And this is at -34 on the Z. So this one right here, -34. And this is sticking into this piece. We can also make it like this, but this is not very nice looking. We have it like this, like so. Yes, like so. Now here we have the drain pipe indicating that this is a bridge. A concrete bridge. Now we take the dock part, move it to the right. Like so. And align this. And thank you Hunter099 for the follow on Twitch. Thank you very much. I appreciate it a lot. Make this 0. Looks a bit stupid. Now it looks good. Okay. Now we need to have this like this. And this needs to be at the perfect level like the other wall piece. Like so. So. Bring this up a bit. Oops, not like this. On a height of 30. Yes, now we have it. Now it's matching with the other wall piece. We bring the dock, the drain pipe, we bring it over here. Like so. Thank you, Hunter Zero. Yeah, I'm trying my best. I'm not as good as Tanzo. I'm also not as good as Cramancio. Especially not as good as Dr. Goldfish. These are just legendary. Also TK Leo. TK Leo is unmatched. Absolute legend. But I'm trying my best here in making maps. Trying my absolute best here. But yeah, thank you very much, sir. Okay, okay. Bring this concrete all over here. There's the flood fill. And now we need to end this bridge. To say, okay, this bridge ended here. So let's take this corner piece, put it down here. The rotation of here, like this. And this needs to go here. Now, what if we bring this a little bit down? Will this look good? It looks alright. It's not the best, but it looks okay. Okay. Align them. Yeah, this is good. And we finish it with concrete. Now, how do we hide this piece? It's a bit tricky. It's doable, but tricky. We need a sidewalk for this. Preferable this one. But here yeah, let's try it. I have different plans, but let's try it. But you can hide the left sticky, itchy textures. You can hide them. But yeah, like I said, it's a bit tricky. So what we will do here, we have these edgy points sticking out that don't look very beautiful. We first use a sidewalk to cover the edges. We paint the sidewalk over it. Now this will remove a whole lot of this. Bring this over here. Now you still have these edgy points. You remove them by using the single edge out tool. Blend single edge out. And now you just blend them away. Like so. Okay, this still looks stupid. We need to play around with this a little. I mean, this works. Why complicate it if it works like that? Yeah. Okay, now we have this edgy point. Only I, as a map creator, can see it. The player in-game will not see this. But I, as a map creator, will notice this. So I edge out this part. And it's gone. And again here, we have this little sandy. You can see it here. There's a sandy point, which only we, as the viewers, can see. Player will never notice it. But it is distracting me. So we edge it out and boom. All good here, all good here, all good here. Fine here, and we have it again. This time a big piece. I think this, the player will see. This is a big one. And it's gone. This one we can try to edge out from the other direction. Looks stupid. So let's work with that and edge it out from the other side. Single edge out. Boom. Single edge out. Boom. Excellent. And edge this one out as well. Oh, there's a big one. Don't think I can hide this very well. It's getting more tricky. This one was easy. This is a big one again. Oh, this is a really big one. cat. Still works. Now, what if we edge it out from the left? Yeah, now it works from the left. Yeah, this works. Okay. Now we have successfully aligned this, and we made it very good looking. Now what I want here is... okay, there's something messy here. I believe this is only for us as the world builder. But the player will not notice this. There's something itching out here. I want some arrows. So let's go here to the road. Search for an arrow. Maybe a long one. And bring this over here with the edge, with the lock angle tool. Yeah, like so. This will look stupid. So we only do one arrow. One arrow at a time. Yeah, this works. And yeah, like I said in the beginning, I want this to be big. So that the player cannot just put down one bunker and has the whole bridge covered. This is something I don't want. So let's continue with the arrows. Not too many arrows. A few. Is this aligned? No. Absolutely not. Now this is aligned. And we have a third arrow here. Yeah, now it's aligned. But it's not with the same distance. This is looking good. Now let's move the whole thing a bit more to the left. Let's check the distance. This 105 distance. This one has 105. So all three arrows at the same distance. Now we need to move this whole thing to the left and continue building here. This will be a bit more tricky. I'm not a big fan of building these dock pieces. I'm more the type of placing down trees. Placing down trees is very relaxing. Placing down docks is not easy, to say the least. Okay, 30. And bring this thing over here. It's always playing around here with the parts, trying to have them look nice. Sometimes they don't want to look nice. 45. It's very difficult all the time. Okay, will this work? I think so. Yeah, this will work. Okay, there can be a corner piece. Okay. Should also look good. Copy this over like so. There we need the corner piece. In the same angle as this one, which is 45 minus 16. 45 minus 16. This one we need to bring in a bit more detailed. It's bugging around there a bit on the left. Most likely we are the only people who see this, but if you look at it, the left is bugging. So we need to move this a bit more to the left. This piece. Okay, like so. And now it's perfectly showing. Okay, now let's continue working on the water. I think that's too much cutting away. Okay, this should work. And for here, I want the lock angle tool. Make this very narrow. Okay, like so. This will be all beach here on the right. On the left is the naval base, on the right is the beach. Okay, here's a bridge. Take that corner piece, bring it over here, use the same direction and rotation. Minus 135, which will obviously not work, as we need to rotate it by 180. My math is bad, but I'm saying right there, my math is bad. So let's work with this and have it at 35. I think that should be a rotation by 180 degree. Okay, and bring this down to minus 15 on the Z. Minus 15 on the Z. Yeah, like so. Okay. Now mirroring this thing will be a pain. This mirrored to the other side of the map. Oh, damn. That is a real pain to do. Okay, we have made this successfully here. Bring this one over here. And now we will see an issue, because here we have one line. One connecting line. On the top we do not have this line. Now we have it, but this messes here around with our concrete, which we handcrafted a bit before. So let's work with that again and make this all broken again. Should have done this after I finished off the bridge at the end. Okay, now let's fix this again. The edge out tool. Okay. This Contra music, by the way, from Contra mod. Great music. And this is all set and done, and we have created a bridge. I mean, this looks like an awesome bridge. Now I need a drain pipe on the top. Nice. Yeah, thank you, Ico Magic. I also really love this bridge. This is really looking great. Actually looks like a bridge. I was afraid that it would look stupid, but it is actually looking cool. Okay, let's make this like so, on 45 angle. Not so big with the drain pipe, like so. And this one needs to be in right. All right. Yeah, this looks good. Now this obviously is ugly. We need to fix this. It should work. I can work with this. Yeah, This is okay. This is acceptable. I need to do the same on the top. And this looks acceptable. Now, let's continue the bridge to the left. There's still a problem that we need to have 2 more players there. I have the feeling there is not much space for 2 more players. I hope we can fit in 2 more players there. Need to see. As this is a free player map for 50k. First I need to fix the height. Make this look good. This is not looking great. Use the lock angle. This is looking a bit messy. That's why I hate working with the dock pieces. It's so messy at times. This looks acceptable. It's not great. It's okay. Remove this whole crap. And continue this to the end of the map, which is thankfully not that long. A good thing is, once we have put in like 3 parts, we can copy the whole thing and save us time. Be a bit lazy. Boom. There we go. Fences are ass too. Yeah, I agree, Firearm. Fences are... Bleh. And then the player comes in and just drives over the fence. He just uses a Humvee and drives over the fence without looking at the fence and saying, hey, this is a cool looking fence. No, he just uses the Humvee, drives over it. Boom. Fence gone. Your whole work for 10 minutes? Gone. Because one player uses one Humvee and drives over it, not even looking at it. Yeah, the pain of a map creator. Real pain, I'm telling you. Okay, now this whole mess is gone. Now we need to make the other mess gone. 0 height. And oops. Whoops. Remove this crap. But the real pain is if you created this map, you spent like 40 to 50 hours on making this map. Very detailed looking map. And nobody is going to play your map. It's such a real pain. I at one time had to pay the players to test my map. And then I never played it again. I spent like $400 on giving people money. Hey, can you test my map? And then they never played it again. Real pain of a map maker. So I hope that this map will actually be played. If not, I just wasted another 40 to 50 hours of my lifetime on making this map. Can't you copy the parts and move them with arrow keys so they align? I don't think you can move with an arrow key. Shouldn't be possible. Okay, now why is this so creepy? Okay, now it looks good. Now it looks good. So if I use this and use the arrow... No, you cannot use the arrow key to align it. It's not possible. You need to hold the left mouse button and drag and rotate it and stuff. Not working with the mouse key, with the arrow key, sadly. Which would be a cool thing to have, as the arrow key is much cleaner in rotating and moving stuff. Alright. Nobody's going to see this crap. I still remove it. I took more time to fix Winding River than I would have spent to make new map. It's much balanced now, yet no one plays it. Yeah, I feel your pain, Firearm. You spent so much time on it. Till perfection. And then the worst thing which can happen to you is that somebody bashes your map on stream. That is the worst thing which can happen. Just pure bashing on the live stream in front of 800 people. And you are sitting there like, okay, I spent 50 hours on making this map. Thanks, I guess. Oh, this looks good. Now we need a sidewalk. There. And on the right. There. As a musician, I feel the same. Yeah, I can believe you, Vian. As a musician, it's also really hard. I'm also a musician. I play the guitar, I play the piano. And it can get really hard as a musician as well. I agree with your point. That's why I have not put out many music videos of me. Only one time playing the piano. There's one music video of me playing the guitar. Nothing else matters. It's 20 years old. I actually had hair back then. It was super funny. But I never put it out on YouTube as it's so embarrassing for me to put it out. Pirates of the Caribbean, I remember that. I also played Amelie and Interstellar. I've seen you play the piano, but I didn't know you play the guitar also. Yeah, I mean, we are here in a small group. 5 people on YouTube, 4 people on Twitch. I mean, I can search for it. I have it somewhere. It is at custom. Let me quickly find it. It's actually very funny to watch. Where is it? I cannot find it now. Maybe for next time. It's super funny. It's me like being 20 years old with hair on my head. Now I'm bald, but back then I had hair on my head and I play guitar with Nothing Else Matters from Metallica. It's super bad listening to it, but it's also a bit good. Tiny bit good. Okay, we were here at this point. We made the bridge. Now I want to have this all tropical on the left. For this I have my beach fight. And I want to use these textures. This is also a map by me I made. I never released it. I made it one time and then just dropped the whole idea. Never finished it. Which is sad. I mean, it's a great map. So for the sand I need this one. Beach Park Tropical. Beach Tropical Sand Type 13. Bring this whole thing down. Need to bring this down here a bit. There needs to be a type of beach. There will also be ocean waves here. Now here at the supply dock I need to be careful. people like to drive around the supply dock with technicals. If you remove too much of the space in front of the supply dock, people will get angry at you. So always be careful there. Supply docks are really risky to adjust. I'm not a big fan of this beach. We need to adjust it a little bit more. 2 to 12. Let's slowly work on that beach. The beach can be fun, but also very time consuming. I need to learn to make such a small plateau, kind of hill and beach. It's hard to learn. Okay. And this is not looking really great now. It's looking better. The thing with a beach is you need to start with one height. So example 12. With 12 you start and then you work your way down with one point at a time. So we now work with 11. We are 12. Now we work with 11. Put this down here a little. Don't make it too much. Just a tiny little bit. And now we need 10. We now work with 10. One at a time. Now we can see a bit of water is sticking out. Makes it a bit better looking. And now we need to work with 9. I did River bad and Winning River revised and it was decent. I mean, if it was decent, then you did a great job. I find the ocean waves to be complicated. And let's work with this. And we go a bit out here. And now we need 8. Should see more water now. The music at the moment is being played by Exile. He has a YouTube channel where he plays this. I play a bit of guitar, but I'm not as good as this. This is fantastic guitar play by Exile. He's really good in playing the guitar. It's really cool stuff he's playing there. I also always wanted to play the drums, but I never got around to actually buy drums, as they are also super loud. You need an isolated room in your house where you can play the drums, so it doesn't annoy the neighbor. But I would like to play the drums at one point. Now, does this look good? Also question if this looks good. Sticks a lot to this bridge. I don't think it's super great. I think before it was a bit better. But let's leave it at this for a moment. Hey, Siax, I'm building a map. Ich baue eine map. For the 50k players. Yeah, I agree. Exile cover, really great. Ich baue eine map hier für 50k players. For the 3 versus 3. Für die 3 gegen 3. There's a whole community out there who loves to play 3 versus 3 on 50k starting cash. And that's a new map for it. Save this. I'm not really entirely sure of this one. It defeats the bridge a bit, but we will stick to it. Now this beach part here, need to work on this with a height of 16 maybe. This right here is disappearing once we save and close the map, so this will not stay in the game. It looks stupid, but it will not stay. So we don't need to screw around with fixing this. If it's annoying you as a map creator, you can just pick smooth height and paint over it, but it will not disappear. It's actually getting worse, so let's just ignore it. Add oil behind the two supplies on the corner, it may work. Actually a good idea. That bridge is way longer than the beach, I think. The beach is longer. It's about the same size, but the beach is longer a bit. Now I need to sand. We had a beach tropical sand type 13. This one will be here for the sand. Not with this big brush. Okay, paint the sand. Hope this is good. Should be alright. Bridge size is really good. Yeah, thank you. I also think the bridge size... You can fit 3 bunkers here, and 3 bunkers will not be enough to hold against the Humvee armada, which the enemy will send at you. Or the quad cannon or scorpion armada. So it's actually a good size, I think. Not too bunkerish. If that's a word I can use, I don't know. Okay, let's work like this. And another music track by Exile. Also, another great cover here. Okay, we have a bit more sand here. Excellent. Now let's edge this out a bit. And edge this out. Will you let the platform on the right of the bridge empty? No. There will be a flag. I'm going to put down a flag here. So if I'm thinking of something, we have the concrete. There's something with concrete here. Construction, concrete. And there you have this one. And if you use this one, bring it up a little and move it here. You can actually make a flag. So like this, and then you have a flag somewhere. There used to be a flag. Let's see if I can find it. Somewhere in here. Sign, check. China. Fence, car junk, cargo netting, cargo. There's something with a flag. Maybe at F. I had it used at Gentool's Secret Lab, a map which I also made. So let's have a look. Let me quickly find this. Gentool's Secret Lab. A map which is also not getting played, and I spent like 40-50 hours on it. Map is not getting played. Absolutely not. Nobody likes it. So this is the map. I spent 50 hours on it making this map. And it's getting 0 played in multiplayer. That is the part of you making a map. Nobody cares about it. I even put a trench in it. Look how much time I spent on this. Nobody cares about it. Nobody is even realizing this map exists, but okay. This like it is. That's the pain of being a map creator. Nobody likes your stuff you make. I had a concrete wall here and I had a flag on it. I remember it. I had it here. Maybe I have it in version 2. Maybe I have it somewhere here on the back. It's actually not here. No, there's no flag, but I had a flag. Maybe in version 2, let's see. Maybe in version 2 I have it. Because there used to be a flag. And it was at man-made. No, I also don't have it here. I mean, and we don't need to find it. It shouldn't be that hard to find. I mean, there's not much at man-made. So we just switch through, I guess. See what else is here. There will be a flag at some point, which we can use. There's a barrel. Walls. A lot of wall pieces. Bus stop. And at some point we will find military stuff, which we can use. There's the concrete. Yeah, some cool pieces in here. Maybe get some inspiration. I also like these pieces, but they are open on the back. So that's why I don't use them. There's a train pipe. There's swings, which we will not use. No, I clicked away. Stupid. Concrete wall. Now, where were we? Clicked the wrong button. There must be an artillery somewhere. Greek. Oh, we don't want to hang people. Not yet. This one is cool. The manhole cover. I really like this one. I put it down here as a reminder for me to use it. I really like this one. It's detail. Now where is that part? There is something with artillery. No. Oh, now we are getting to it. A salvage crate. This, for example, could be placed. Place this down. As an example. So it's not looking this empty. Goodbye, Sia. Thank you for joining. Can you put sculptures on that? Not right now. Who made carrier? I did. Zero carriers over. And Firearm hates the map too. Well, it is like it is then. People hate it. Sandbag piles. I mean, sandbag wall on here. We put it on here. Put this down a little. It could work. Oh. It could work. I mean, it looks alright. You can drag it, of course, that is. I mean, why not? It looks okay, I mean. Bit of detail. Looks okay. But I think we are getting closer to it. I feel it. Street lamps, street lights, wing. Tires, Tom. Trash can, trash, vending, water spray, wine, blah, blah, blah. Okay, it's actually not here. Put that focus light thingy at the corner of supply docks. They look good. Oh yeah, they look good. Really good with that. I agree with you. I will find something here for this later. And let's have this as a reminder here that this looks good. Let's keep on focusing on that beach first. Now, here was the beach fight map. Sand mediums type 7 light is the next color we are going to choose. So this one right here. This is the next color we are going to choose. We are painting this over here a little bit. I also like to use this grassy texture, put some palms on it. I always go overboard with the palms. Also have put some sand dunes in there. Well, and let's try and see how it works. If we go here and put this in here, and I think this is too... It's too high of a difference. We need to work on this. Make this a bit more smoother. So if fights are going to take place on this position, people are not struggling with the map height. Also, this is not looking great. Okay, yeah, like this. Okay. I remember a map of Jundi. It had something with height in the map name, and there were so many height differences. And if Humvees were fighting against each other, the map height difference sometimes really came into trouble. Oh man, it was a pain. Let's work on this, give it a bit more texture. It is too steep at the beach side of that supply dock to build China Supply Center. Yeah, I'm putting this more to the inner side of the bridge. This was just a reminder for me to put it there. But it will be somewhere here, I believe. Not with the rotation, with another rotation. So maybe like 90. Something like this. So if you place down a supply center of China, China is always a good indicator on how to place your supply dock. Supply. Yeah, so if people want to place it like this, so we need to rotate it like this. So not. So like this. Needs to be at 135 in the minus. This is a good rotation. So people can place their supply center at it without rotating much. There's a good direction. We do the same thing for the top supply as well. Like so. Something like this. Now let's continue working on that detail. You cannot see much of the detail, but it's actually there. Detail is here. Now it would be cool, now that I'm thinking of detail, that we have a road going to the supply dock. A little road piece. A dirt road. We have this road. Also going to end the stream in a bit. It's getting late. I built for 8 more minutes, then I'm going to end the stream. Uneven Heights, I can see. Yeah, I think it was Uneven Heights. I think that was the map name. By Jundi. It's a cool map, but damn, the map height differences. Oof. That was something. I'm thinking of creating a double road piece. These always look a bit better. So if you have something like this, for example, and let's remove the texture we just painted over here so we don't create free tile blend errors. These are not fun to deal with. Also, if you hear my cat in the background, he's hungry, he wants to eat. Make it like so. And this road goes to the left. This goes to the right. With a broad curve. You hear my cat? Yeah, he's hungry. He demands food. Even though I fed him 2 hours ago. He demands more food. Always wants food. I even have the music in. You still hear the cat. Because he's a cat. He wants attention. And we move this whole piece out of that map. Like so. Should look good. And here we make this corner piece, maybe. Gives it a bit more detail. Same thing here. Want the same distance. So this is 150. 150 is here. There. 150. And the distance between the road and the supply is 45. 45. Yeah, like so. Now these are a bit uneven. Let's make it like so. And here the end parts, they're ending here. Add end cap. Plop. Looks a bit more smoother. Now we need a corresponding texture beneath the road. What can we use here? Something dark, maybe. This is not the texture I want. There must be something here which looks good. This is a grass thingy. I believe this is a good texture. So if we use this one for the road, I think this is a good texture we can use. Unless I come up with something different, this will be the texture we use. Okay, paint this all over here. So in 4 minutes I'm going to end the stream. Because late. Okay, paint this all over here. Not exactly happy with the color of the texture. Maybe there's something else we can use. I believe this is too dark. Oh no, oh! This is not what I want. This is fitting the style of the road, but it's too dark. It's also too dark and ugly. And this is also ugly. What do we have at desert? Something which is a bit brighter on the eye. Ah, there are not good textures in here. Yeah, no. Ugh, my eyes. Also no. Absolutely no. Totally no. And the music stops playing 2 minutes before the stream. Now this is timing. 2 minutes before the end of the stream, I mean. Okay. I decided all these textures are crap. We are sticking to the old one. Was at least something good. Too dry. Way too dry. Nah, we are sticking to the original one. Tropical. This was this one. Right? Yeah, we are sticking to this one. We can still play around here with the others. See if something is more fitting. And this is the same color as the one next to it. Yeah, we will stick to this one for now. For now, I think this is a good texture. Next time, we will add in the palms, the trees, the detail here on this beach, and I'm not looking forward to mirroring this over to 3 more corners of the map, which will be the right, the top left. I'm not looking forward to this. Next time we also need to look on how to build the second player spot. So we have one player spot here. There's one player here who's able to build. Thank you, Icomagic. Much appreciated. Also, again, thank you very much for sticking around here today again. And giving me some company in today's stream. I appreciate this a lot, Icomagic. I hope you know this. And thank you very much for helping me here. Always appreciate it if you are here. Same with all the others. So thank you very much all who joined in. So this is an airfield, and we have a bit of space here. We can fit 2 players here. Possibly a 3rd player here. He will have a bit less building space. Okay. With that, I end the stream. Thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your day. And we see us in the next live stream. Maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure. I have deadlines approaching at my workplace, and I'm not sure if I will be capable in my mind to continue the stream tomorrow. But I will see what I can do. You will see a notification on YouTube. And yeah, see you in the next one. Goodbye, everyone. Good night, and talk to you soon. Bye, guys. Goodbye.